How do micro and macroeconomics complement each other? Imagine trying to understand a city's economy by only looking at individual shops or only at the entire city's budget. Both views are important, but they work best when combined. That's what micro and macroeconomics do for the economy. Microeconomics looks at how people, households, and businesses make decisions about spending, saving, and investing. It studies how prices are set in specific markets, like for bread or smartphones, and how resources are allocated among different options. Macroeconomics, on the other hand, zooms out and examines the big picture. It looks at overall economic indicators like gross domestic product, inflation, unemployment, and economic growth across the entire country or even the world. These two areas are connected because what happens at the micro level influences macroeconomic results. For example, if many consumers decide to spend less on new cars, overall consumer spending drops. This can slow down the economy and reduce gross domestic product. Conversely, if businesses decide to invest heavily in new factories, it can boost economic growth on a national scale. Macroeconomic policies like lowering interest rates or increasing government spending also shape micro decisions. When interest rates fall, borrowing becomes cheaper, encouraging people and businesses to spend more, which then impacts the economy at the micro level. Understanding microeconomics helps explain why prices change and how individual choices affect markets. Macroeconomics helps policymakers see how those choices add up and influence the entire economy. For instance, a rise in oil prices, which is a micro event affecting specific companies and consumers, can lead to inflation across the economy. Similarly, technological advances that lower production costs can lead to more goods being made and sold, helping the economy grow over time. In practical terms, macroeconomic policies like adjusting taxes or controlling the money supply are designed to stabilize the economy and promote growth. These policies influence micro decisions by changing incentives. If taxes go up, people might buy fewer goods. If the government spends more on infrastructure, businesses might see new opportunities. Both micro and macroeconomics work together to give a full picture of how economies function. Micro decisions shape macro outcomes, and macro policies influence micro behavior. So, micro and macroeconomics are like two sides of the same coin. They help us see how individual actions and overall economic trends are linked. When we understand both, we get a clearer view of what drives economic activity, from small choices to national policies. They depend on each other to explain how economies grow, change, and respond to new challenges.